Aandra, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here.
I am too. Wow, yeah, let's do
We
that.
met through Caitlin Batcher, who we both love, and then we became friends. And I'm so glad we did because you're so amazing. You're so vivacious. And when I saw you on Instagram stories on someone else's podcast, I was like, I have to get her on this show. So thanks for being here, girl.
I'm so happy to be here. I absolutely adore you. I love the work that you do. I love that you're so deeply connected to really helping people elevate themselves and move themselves to the next level. So I'm just a fan of all of the things that you do and so happy to talk to your audience and hopefully help them as well.
Wow, feel free to keep going. Thank you. Self-esteem booster over here. Okay, so before we dive in, we're about to dive into sales calls, guys. And I know a lot of you are service-based entrepreneurs, and you make a lot of your money off of referrals and getting people on discovery calls. And Aandra is about to blow your mind. But before she blows your mind, I want her to tell us a little bit about herself.
Yes, I would love to. So for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Aandra Bohlen, and I work directly with entrepreneurs to actually help them conduct sales conversations the easy way. And, originally I kind of coined this as the lazy girl's guide to selling.
I love that.
But I know that, lazy really kind of means lethargy. So this isn't about a lethargic opportunity, but I really am on a mission to demystify the stigmas around selling. And I kind of grew up in sales way back when, like Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy, they're like the granddaddy of all sales. And recently I've been thinking, wow, there really needs to be a stronger feminine presence in the sales space to help these women and men really come to a place of peace and excitement about having these conversations. It doesn't have to be scary. And so that's the work that I do. And I absolutely love doing it.
Yes, I totally agree. I think, man, I mean, obviously, we have so many women who listen to this podcast, and I see so many mindset things that just tend to be a little bit rinse and repeat, and so many confidence issues and feeling like selling has to be scary. So many things there's just so much in our mind. But guys, if you believe that selling is scary, you believe that selling is taking away from someone, then you will find a way to make that happen. But Andra's here going to show us how to make that not happen and how to not only get you to believe differently about selling, but make it so much easier. So, and this is for introverts too. So we've been emailing back and forth, and she said, girl, is your audience introverts? And I said, yes, we have a lot of introverts here.
Yeah. Well, what's really funny about that is, a lot of people, when they think of, audience, as you're listening to this, ask yourself this question. Like, if I were to say, what's the first thing that comes to your mind about selling? If you've had any issue around it, most people will say it's sleazy, it's icky, it's like what is that snake oil, slick, used car salesman thing. And where that really comes from is this old paradigm and way of selling. So back in the day, the way that people sold is you sold cold. You would knock on doors. We've all had the Kirby vacuum man. Maybe I'm dating myself, but we've had the Kirby vacuum man come to our door. We've had people have to approach, us when they don't know if we have any, we don't know anything about them. That's the old model of selling, which does require a very extroverted personality because you have to be willing to push through and persist and be a little bit slightly aggressive. Well, in today's current age, in the age of information and the age of all of us being able to capture and connect with people across platforms more intimately and faster, we don't need to be that person anymore. In fact, that's why introverts are better set up to be really amazing at having sales conversations. Because what is required today, the new model, is that we're bringing people in that are aware of us. They're warm. They're coming into this conversation because they're interested in learning more. So they're not coming in cold. They're coming in warm. And so now you get to activate your own innate qualities. Your innate gift of listening, your innate gift of observing, your ability to actually hear beyond what's being spoken, and your ability to actually react and respond based on that environment. And that's why it's so vital that people who are introverts kind of just make a decision right now, if they're willing, to just let go of that story, because it's just not true. You don't have to be that person.
What happens if we keep believing every day that we are that person? What is it keeping us from?
Mm-hmm. Well, what it's keeping you from is actually stepping fully into this vehicle of showing up in service. It's keeping you from solving problems. And really, it's this dimming down effect. Because what you're doing then is you're hiding out and selling lower ticket offers because you don't want to show up in your premium self, which requires a conversation. So to me, it's a real, like, I really believe that selling is a vehicle to actually showing up for yourself in your business. And I make that bold statement because there is that connection there. Because if you, the listeners, tell me this, do you have a premium offer right now that you would love to put out there, but you hesitate because you don't really want to have to go into this whole pitching, begging, thing. And you don't have to do that. There's another way.
Yes. Well, tell us about this other way, please.
Yes. So one of the things that I help people with is really understanding that your sales call itself should actually not be doing the heavy lifting. It shouldn't be the result or the outcome for your prospect shouldn't be contingent on how well you perform in a sales conversation. So the first thing that I tell people to do is flip the script. Stop thinking that you're going into these sales conversations auditioning for the opportunity to sell something, and start remembering that people are coming in to audition for you. They are here. If you watch The Voice, we all do this. We watch the show. It's a singing competition. People come in, they sing, and they audition for the opportunity to be accepted into the fold. And that's really what's happening in these sales conversations. So the first step is, like I said, let's flip the script. People coming into your conversation, it's really an opportunity for you to discern if you can even help them. So they are auditioning by you asking really powerful questions to see where they're at, where they want to go, if they possess the behaviors, characteristics, problems, gap, outcomes that are in alignment with your solution. And if they are, then you congratulate them that they are perfectly matched to get help from you. You see the switch?
You're we're perceiving the exact same thing in such a different way. I love this. And I've been on the tail end of you selling to me, or me let me change that. Me auditioning to you for another program that you were selling. And I loved the application process, because even with the application, it starts from the very beginning. You are warming up the audience based on the questions you're asking them before they even get on the call. It's saying, are you a good fit? The way you answer those questions decided whether I was even going to talk to you on the phone or not. And then when I was there, it was simply a matter of, okay, well, let's just keep chatting. Like, what motivates you? How can you get the most out of this program? As if because I also came in like I already knew I was going to be in there because I had tons of friends in there. But it was amazing the way you not only tried to pitch the program to me, you said, this is how it's going to help you, but it was, seriously, this was such a mind revelation. You found out what motivated me during the call and then told me how the program would custom fit my motivation and how it attached to my transformation that I wanted, that I was craving, my deepest desire. It was I wish that this call was recorded. I wish that our sales call was recorded, because it was mind blowing. I was so motivated. It was like I should have paid for this call with her.
And I love that you share that, because one of the things that I think happens, because we're nervous.
Yeah.
So everyone expresses their nervous energy differently. Like for me, when I'm nervous, I kind of talk a little fast. Sometimes when they're nervous, they get quieter. Sometimes when they get nervous, they're just trying to get it over with.
Right.
And what happens, one of the biggest mistakes that happens inside of a sales call is that we're too much in a rush to solve the problem. And what I invite people to do is, what would happen if you didn't rush that? What would happen if you just really spent 80% of your conversation getting to know that person, helping them dig deeper, because that's what we did, right? You came in with an idea of what you wanted to get, and you allowed me to ask you questions, and you opened yourself up to really go a little bit deeper, to get underneath some stuff. And this is what I tell you guys. Listen, you've got to help your prospects go deep. You've got to create that space, and you've got to be willing to ask those questions that are really empowering, that facilitate that type of depth, because they're not going to give it to you in the beginning. So it needs time. And so I think what will happen is when you kind of flip the script on that and you say, you know what if 80% of my 40-minute call, I just stayed loose to produce, and I just chilled, and I just decided I really wanted to get to know the person that I'm talking to, knowing that that there's an intention behind it. It's very intentional. I'm not going to get lost in what you did last weekend, because that's not going to serve you.
Right.
But I'm going to get really intentional about this path that I want to support you in really unraveling deeper desires that are matched with how what you're selling can help them achieve it.
Yeah.
It would totally change the game, right?
Totally. Yeah.
So that connection becomes primary. The conversion happens secondary.
And you know what I hear whenever you're saying that is that you don't make it about yourself. You make it about them. And I think a lot of us come to a sales call with the energy of a little bit of desperation. Let's be real here, where you're like, I need this sale so bad. If I don't make the sale, I'm losing this amount of money. We come at it from that mindset. But what you're saying is, this is not to say, well, what if we lose them? It's, I'm just here to get to know you better. And I'm just here to see what your deepest desire is, what motivates you. And then the last 15 minutes, I'm going to craft my entire message around everything that you've been talking about for the first 30 minutes.
Yep. It's kind of like, remember those old school, I don't know what the game was, but it's almost like you're matching, like on one side is these words, and then you're matching it to this other set of, like, so this is what I see. It's like, look, the first part is, let's find out, let's investigate. So look, I'm like a total, like, junkie when it comes to like justice and court TV and criminal.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'm like, let's just investigate in a really nice way. Let's get it all down. And then we already know what we do, what our solution is, and let's pair it. I wish you guys could see me, but I'm doing this like weird thing with my fingers, like pairing things. And that's really what I think would be really beneficial, because now all you're doing is you're coming into this call and you're saying, look, Haley, the first thing that we set the agenda, number one, set the agenda, so that way there's no surprises.
Love it.
I'm going to go off on a side tangent. If you by chance are setting up your call saying, come in for free coaching, I want you to stop right now, because here's what you're doing. When you say, come get free coaching, two things are, you're going to coach them into like integration, which means you're probably an amazing coach. So they're not even going to be able to make any decisions with you because you've done so well. Second thing is, you're just setting it up to be super awkward for you, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I gave value. I'm so awesome. Now what? If you set up your call saying, look, you're clicking this link to book a call with me because I'm going to help you figure out what's really holding you back. And we're going to explore if my program is the right fit. That just takes all that awkward transition stuff. It just throws it out the window.
Yeah, totally. I love that. That's so interesting. So even how you're having your audience perceive the call, like not only do you need to perceive the call in a different way, but set it up from the very beginning, from the first time they even click that button, that they're perceiving the call before they even get on it in a certain way. So it preps them for pulling out their credit card.
Absolutely. So the way that I say, like earlier I said, hey, don't make sales call do all the sales conversation itself, do all the heavy lifting. How you avoid that is you need to prime, prepare, pre-qualify your audience, help them qualify themselves. You and I both know we've all done this. We've seen people that we love, influencers. We see that they have a program. And the first thing that we're doing is we're asking ourselves internally, is this for me? Please help them qualify themselves. You don't have to qualify them. Let them do that for themselves. And then what you're doing when you prime, prepare, and pre-qualify your prospects, they are actually clicking that button when they're already at a 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
They're coming ready. Like you just said, you already came into the call with a decision. I would have had to really F it up for you to be like, oh my God, no.
You would have. Yeah. But what was so great was and I love this energy too, is because it wasn't like I told you on the call, I was like, I'm already buying this, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say, okay, cool, here you go. It was like, you kept talking to me. Like, you genuinely cared about me, and I knew you did because, I mean, you created my whole entire visibility plan for 2019. I was going to be on Oprah by the end of that thing, you know? Like, I could tell you really cared about me, and I love that it made me think I don't know. It's just like, this is a really good start to, if you're going to buy this, let me show you the best way to make this work for you.
Right. And then to your point, it's like, look, you're going to have people that say, yeah, I'm ready. And it's like, whoa. To be true in the spirit of this auditioning process, let's together discern if this is the right fit. Because you got to remember, lovies, what you're doing is two things. Number one, the person that you're speaking to, you really want to make sure you can help them. But the other thing that you're doing is you are the gatekeeper and the guard to the experience of the people that have already enrolled. You got to make sure you're looking out for them, that bringing this person into your program or into your coaching or what have you is the right fit for the other people that would be affected.
Yes.
Yeah.
So glad you said that.
Yeah, it's because it's in the spirit of really like wanting to help people. And this is what we all want to do. We want to help solve problems. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, and it's about creating that community. So far, we've talked about the entire process of selling, kind of how you need to perceive it, how the audience needs to perceive it. We know we need to warm them up, prep them, like prime them, use the word prime, and then using the application process as the prep and priming them even more so that they qualify themselves. Then once they're on the call, they're already primed. So you just need to make sure to come at it with the right energy. They're already there with the right energy, and magic just happens. So tell me, what is the old model of selling that might hurt people?
Well, I think the old model is that the manipulation of, and not intentional, but it's just like it's almost like it's like the bait on the hook, right? Like we bait them with the wrong bait. We're baiting them with free coaching, free strategy. I'll change your life in an hour. That's the old model. That's what I still see people doing. Asking for free
Gotcha.
free coaching. So they're coming in wrong, and they're also coming in cold. Okay. Also, the old model is rushing to recommendation and asking first. Okay. The other thing that I see people like, maybe this is like my pet peeve list, saying book a 15, 20-minute call. I mean, come on. What the heck can you uncover in 20 minutes? Let's get real. Okay.
I love this pet peeve list.
I know. It's like pet peeve number 2. So pet peeve number 1 was stop lying about what it is. Just tell the truth.
Right.
You don't want 20 calls booked that either aren't disqualified or won't show up. And by then you're crossing your fingers, praying they don't show up. We don't want that. I'd rather have 5 solid than 20 not, because that's going to make it super easy. So that was pet peeve number 1. Pet peeve number 2, please, for the love of everything that is right and real, do not book 20-minute calls. Okay. Then the other thing that I would say is don't rush to the recommendation. Just take your time. One of my first sales jobs, I was 19 years old. So that's 18. No, I started in sales at 16, but and I learned like the old school broiler room way. Like,
right. Okay.
Like I even had a fake name. That's how bad it was.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Girl.
But that's kind of cool because what I did in that time was I kind of created this alter ego.
Ooh, yeah.
And so I teach people how to kind of create their inner sales Sasha Fierce.
Nice.
Like do this thing. But I just went off the tangent. What I'm really saying is this, is like, look, stay loose to produce. One of my first mentors taught me that. And I really do, like physically. Like I'm like in my chair chilling. Most of the times I'm in my pajamas from the bottoms down.
Yeah, you showed up in your pajamas to our call.
Yep. I have a sales altar over here. I wish you could see it, but I've got, a salt lamp. I've got tons of crystals. If you need that stuff. I actually say a prayer. And
okay.
not religious, but I say a mantra prayer statement.
Yeah.
For every call, this is my mantra. I say, whatever's in the highest and best good for all will be.
Ooh, that's powerful. Okay, say that again.
Whatever is in the highest and best good for all will be.
I am going to get that painted on my wall.
Yes, it's so
powerful. Love that.
It's so powerful because it just allows you to stay committed but detached. And that would be what I would say to like number 4 million pet peeve is like, listen, don't go in with anxious energy, because wherever your energy goes, like wherever your attention goes, energy grows. And people feel that. People are very, is it kinesthetic? That feeling stuff? Like
energy, yeah.
Yeah, people kind of really vibe off of that. And so I really want to invite you to just be okay. Like just come in cool, and that's where maybe you do need to adopt a sales alter ego. Beyonce had it. Olivia Newton-John had it. Superman had it. It's okay, because your alter ego is really accessing a part of you that you just haven't given permission yet to come full forth. Like
I love it.
Forward. And what happens is, if you know Beyonce, who really has said, I'm extremely shy. I'm terrified to be on stage. So she created Sasha Fierce. She did that. And the next thing you know, naturally, Sasha Fierce no longer is needed, because already who she was. She just needed Sasha Fierce to help her excavate that truth.
Oh, I love this. And I know we have so many. I mean, I know I'm always in the DMs and I'm thinking, right now I'm trying to channel what's in your beautiful mind right now. And I hear a lot of you saying that, yeah, this alter ego, but you're going to feel like it's a bad version of yourself because you associate selling with bad. And listen, that's a lot of deep mindset stuff that we cannot solve on this episode. But girlfriend, listen, I think that if you take that and you realize, and I was listening to this podcast episode this morning, and it was amazing because it said you have a moral obligation to sell if what you sell changes their life. So this alter ego, you might initially feel like it's a bad version because you feel like you're taking away something when you sell someone something, because you guys are givers. I know. Oh my gosh, I love that about you. You're such a giver. But instead of feeling like you're taking away something, this alter ego gives people the gift of you transforming their lives, because you have such a unique power. So I really want you guys to step into this and don't feel guilty or don't feel bad or don't feel negative. Don't be a negative Nancy about this. Yep. I want you to step into it. Sasha Fierce.
Flip the script. I mean, listen, you guys, here's what's really cool about beliefs. We can just change them. Like, we can just adopt a new one. We can make a new decision. And the decision could be that, first of all, secret, if you're not a skeezy, scummy human being, it's just naturally impossible for you to be that in a sales conversation. Like, if you're not that
secret,
that's the secret. You're not you can't be what you aren't. You're not a scumbag. You're not a sleazebag. You're not a skeezer. You're a beautiful person. And the bottom line is, you can't serve if you don't sell. And if you're all about service, then it's time to stop stealing. And what I mean by that is, you are stealing and robbing other people the opportunity of you when you hoard your help.
Yes. Snap it out. Goodness, I love this. I feel like I need to make this part just a little video clip so that you guys can listen to this on repeat over and over and over again. That's incredible. Thank you.
I'm just fired up. I'm so excited for everyone, because I think things, everyone's going to make a decision in hearing this, and they're just going to decide to just dead it. Like, they're just going to let go of that old stuff and just step fully into their power and just have amazing conversations. And I have a gift for them, which you're going to share with them in the notes.
Yes. Yeah, okay, well, tell us a little bit about this gift. And by the way, if you guys are, I know I say this every time, but I know a lot of you are driving or cooking or working your cute booty on that treadmill. And if that's the case, it's okay. We are leaving all the links in the show notes, as always, at profitplanner.co/podcast. But tell us about this amazing free gift you have.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a fan of like not holding anything back.
Totally.
So I literally have a playbook for you guys. The high sales call playbook. I break it all the way down for you.
Yes.
So I give you the flow. I give you how to prime, prep, prepare, all the things, so that you could literally take that and start moving forward and converting more conversations into cash pumping clients.
Where's the link? Where do I go?
Yeah, there you go. You go to andrabohlen.com/playbook.
Nice.
And we'll spell that out. It'll be in the show notes, but there it is. It's there for you.
And by the way, it's AANDRA. There's 2 A's at the beginning, and then BOHLEN, in case you just wanted me to spell that out for you right here. But guys, go get this. Seriously, she is one of my favorite people in the world, and I'm telling you, if you need to learn sales conversations from anyone, it is this woman. You need to go download this playbook. You will not regret it at all. How about this? I'll go download the playbook with you. So me and you can just go listen to this playbook, read this playbook together.
Yay. I'm so excited for you guys. And thank you so much. Like, it's such an honor. I just adore you. So it's like an easy, like, I love you. I love your energy. I know that you're stepping into your power always, showing up, sharing, shining, and just being a really powerful model of how this can be for people.